Mismatched libido is not the real problem. You keep having the same conversations again. We should be having intimacy more often. You want more, they don't seem to. I'm Shay, I'm a men's coach. For many years I experienced awkwardness in the bedroom. Many things did not go to plan. So it's been in your mind for some days. You want to have the conversation about we should be having more intimacy. You wait until the moment feels right at the dinner table or in the bedroom. You bring up the conversation. It feels awkward. It feels like we're walking on eggshells. At best, maybe it ends in a compromise of, okay, let's start trying more often. Usually it ends in an argument or a disagreement. But here is the real trap. Thinking that more conversations about intimacy equals more intimacy. It does not. Because if talking about the lack of intimacy fixed it, you'd be having it more and we wouldn't still feel stuck. So it's often not actually about mismatched levels of desire. It's about the container that intimacy lives in. Let me explain what that means. For most of us, most couples, we don't actually talk about what turns us on, what turns our partner on, what excites them. We don't talk about intimacy. We assume that if everything is fine in the relationship, then intimacy should be fine too. And if it's not, then something's wrong. But it doesn't work like this. Intimacy dies in a container where tension isn't built, where conflict goes unresolved, and where we feel unseen, unsafe, or misunderstood. So it's less about asking how often and beginning to ask how safe, how playful, how connected is the container, the current container that we've built for intimacy. When we shift this container from not much emotional safety, not really talking much about our desires, not much playfulness, just the day-to-day routine and things feel a bit stagnant and monotonous, that's the container where intimacy dies off. When we shift it, this is when desire comes back. This is when intimacy can flourish naturally. Why? Because you actually want it more often, not just for the sake of it or because we should be having it. If we're a normal couple, then we should be doing this X times a week or X times a month, but because you actually want it. So not out of obligation, but out of turn on. If this has felt relatable so far, this is just the very start. There are clear steps, a blueprint of how we shift to create the kind of container in your relationship where intimacy can blossom. If you'd like to know more about that, hit the subscribe button below, because in up and coming videos, I'll be breaking down how to do this step by step. And quite honestly, if we wait, we keep on having the same conversation, the same frustrations continue to happen, or worse, intimacy starts to die off altogether.